Welcome to Weekly Digest, where we highlight the works of ministers of government as they push the administration's development agenda. The community of North Sophia has signed a $14 million contract with the local government and regional development ministry for the construction of a new multi-purpose community ground and safe space for children. At the sod-turning ceremony on Saturday last, local government minister Nigel Darmlal noted that the project is a fulfillment of the vice president upon request by residents of the community. Currently, work is being done on the lining and digging of the foundation. The steelworks are also ongoing to ensure the casting of the foundation can be executed on Monday. Once completed, fencing work will commence. Construction works are expected to be completed by the first week of February.
Directive of the Vice President, who has made a commitment to the people of North Sophia to construct a community center and to do some upgrading work towards creating a safe space for people within the community. And so this morning we're here to turn the sod for the construction of the community center and all of the attendant works that have to be done. We're happy too that they have so many young persons employed here. This project would last a few weeks. There are 30 persons employed, and it is part of government's commitment to greater collaboration within our communities.
Farmers of Barakara Region 6 and surrounding communities will benefit from major agricultural development as contracts are awarded to improve infrastructure for cash crop and livestock farming. Agriculture Minister Zulfikar Mustafa spearheaded an outreach in the community on Friday last, where he reiterated the government's aim to achieve food security.
Agriculture for the production of food is the most important activity for us. Yes. Because we can have all the natural resources. Can have all the island gas, all the lumber, but if we don't have food, we cannot survive. For us to develop our country, for us to be food secure, we have to invest in agriculture. Yes. Wonderful. Yes. Guyana today is leading the charge in the region, in CARICOM.
To this end, the minister
highlighted that all the commitments made by President Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali in a recent visit to the community are on the verge of being delivered. The government, through the National Drainage and Irrigation Authority, NDIA, awarded 2 contracts to execute several projects in the livestock and cash crop sectors of the community. During a 2-day outreach to Region 6, Minister of Public Works Bishop Juan Edgel interacted with hundreds of residents, inspected ongoing and completed infrastructural works, and made several announcements regarding new regional developments in store for the county. A collaboration between the Public Works, Housing and Water, and local government and regional development ministries will see the construction and rehabilitation of 132 roads for the county of Berbice.
So that shows the level of interest, the level of investment, and the level of engagement the Irfan Ali-led administration is paying to NDCs and local authority areas.
Residents of Legwan Region 3 will soon benefit from major enhancements to their communities with the awarding of 28 road contracts on Friday last. The contracts, valued at $865 million, will see 10 contractors from the island working to build 8.1 kilometers of road in various communities across the island.
We have been actively engaged with the contractor. The contractor has been actively engaged with us. I know it's been a very long time. But we will finish this study. It has to be done. And it will be done.
The construction of the roads is part of a collaboration among the Ministries of Public Works, Housing and Water, and local government and regional development. The Customs Anti-Narcotics Unit, CANU, aggressive approach to combating drug trafficking has proven fruitful, with the agency destroying 140.6 kilograms of seized cocaine and 454.7 kilograms of seized marijuana. This totals around 596 kilograms of narcotics that were destroyed. The destroyed narcotics are from cases that have been concluded in the magistrate's court, hence their destruction. Minister Ben, while engaging with ranks, assured that government will continue to support the agency as they work collaboratively to prevent Guyana from being used as a transit point for drug trafficking.
Our president, Irfan Ali, has committed with us to bring more resources, more support in respect of this fight. But there's so much we can do even at this point in time. So we have to rely on our development partners to step in with this fight and also to work with us in the communities and with particular persons in our communities who need rehabilitation in respect of drug use. But the disruption in the communities has to stop.
Kurukubaru, Kato, Paramakatoy, and Madia residents signed up for the Guyana Online Academy of Learning Gold Scholarships during an outreach on January 13. Public Service Minister Sonia Parag and Amerindian Affairs Minister Pauline Sukai journeyed to the far-flung communities to inform residents about the various scholarship programs offered and assisted in the application process. Director of Gold Dr. Jacob Opedei was also present to render assistance. During her address to residents of Paramakatoy, Minister Parag said over 200 Region 8 residents were awarded scholarships since the program was rolled out. However, in 2022, there was a decrease in applications from the region.
You have to be able to be progressive in your own mind, moving forward, always wanting to do better, wanting to do more. That's how a country evolves, not only by building a building. The people have to move with the country.
Remaining staunch in its commitment to the nation's children, government has now proposed the increase of the Because We Care cash grant from $25,000 to $35,000. The increase to $35,000, together with the $5,000 for school uniforms and other supplies, will ensure each school child receives $40,000. This disclosure was made by Senior Minister in the Office of the President with Responsibility for Finance, Dr. Ashni Singh, during the 2023 budget presentation on Monday.
This will benefit over 214,000 school children in public and private schools and will place an additional $2.1 billion in the hands of their parents.
This means that in the 2 years remaining in the first term of the PPPC government, just $15,000 needs to be added to fulfill its commitment of increasing the grant to $50,000 per school child per year. The PPPC administration remains committed to improving access to justice and upholding the rule of law through the enhancement of the justice system. In a representation of this dedication, some $6.2 billion has been allocated for the reformation of Guyana's justice system. Senior Minister in the Office of the President with Responsibility for Finance, Dr. Ashni Singh, made this announcement during the presentation of Budget 2023 on Monday.
The preservation of public trust and the safety of our citizens can only be attained, needless to say, when justice prevails for all Guyanese. Our manifesto, sir, is crystal clear on our commitment on the reform and accountability of the criminal justice system to ensure that justice is delivered in a timely manner.
Government's mantra of ensuring there is equitable access to learning has never wavered. Staying committed to this, Minister within the Ministry of Housing and Water, Susan Rodriguez, commissioned 3 timber bridges leading to the Bright Futures Daycare, Preschool and Nursery School. The bridges cost $3.8 million.
If you notice, the design is a rather curious one, and that was because of the input from members of the community. So when we visited the last time, there were some guys in the community, and they said to me that if we put rails on the bridges, that people will use it to hang out, and it will affect the school children coming and utilizing the bridge. So we came up with a different design so that the children can use the bridge, but there wouldn't be anybody hanging around or liming on the bridge and inhibiting the school children from having full access of the bridges.
Close to 60 students currently attend the school. The 3 bridges that previously existed were in a poor state and posed a threat to the safety of students. Guyana has taken steps to advance the One Health initiative by signing an agreement with the Inter-American Institute for Cooperation on Agriculture.
Health is not something that is just for the Ministry of Health, but it has to be integrated across the board, and we need all partners on board if we're going to have a comprehensive system of monitoring for future diseases and responding to future diseases.
To improve and modernize Guyana's healthcare system, government has increased the budgetary allocation for the health sector to a whopping $84.9 billion in 2023. Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony noted that health facilities in the hinterland are expected to undergo major upgrades this year. $1 billion has been earmarked in Budget 2023 to advance this initiative.
So Lethem, for example, would have a major upgrade, Mabaruma, Maruka. You would see us upgrading the hospital at Camarang, Keto. We'd be building a new hospital, Madhya. We'd be improving that hospital as well.
Persons from regions 2 to 6 were able to have the documentation and licensing procedure of their tourism businesses fast-tracked through a business clinic on Wednesday. Hosted by the Guyana Tourism Authority, GTA, several agencies that issue permits and licenses for tourism-related businesses were brought together at the Arthur Jung Conference Center.
One of the big challenges to regularization has been the centralization of services and the cost and time it takes to get to all these services. This is an opportunity for a one-stop shop, and I just think it's so fantastic.
The National Insurance Scheme, Central Housing and Planning Authority, Guyana Lands and Survey Commission, Guyana Fire Service, and the Environmental Protection Agency were among the 10 licensing agencies to participate in this event. Government has prioritized the safety and health of workers across the country. Through government's interventions, some 1,298 workplace inspections were completed for the public and private sectors in 2022. Labour Minister Joseph Hamilton on Friday highlighted that government's interventions contributed to the decrease in workplace fatalities.
You have to pay attention to what you would have had a likely increase if you didn't have these interventions. So if you didn't have the interventions, if you didn't have a NACOSH board that is engaged and involved, and a Ministry of Labor, OSA department that is doing what we're doing, that 32 from 2020 would likely become 42 in 2021.
This brings us to the end of this edition of Weekly Digest. For these and other government-related stories, do log on to our website at dpi.gov.gy and our social media platforms as well. Goodbye.